to whatever sign this is. We're coming off of the piggyback of such a beautiful Aries new moon. So happy Aries new moon to whatever sign this is. Obviously, I go by the Holy Cow. We are just doing an April 2026 download Pakiana for the Zodiaciaca. So that's what we're doing here. Because we're just in such a once in a 20,000 year type of time. So, all good things. Hold on, let me grab my little papeles. Okay. So, ironically enough, God's plan, we got through. So, usually, a lot of times, too, when I decide to do Zodiac series surrounding, like, maybe like a specific astrological event, a lot of times I always tell you guys, I'm like, don't be, I know you girls are like, where's the fucking Aquarius reading? You know what I mean? Or whatever. It's like, I know you girls are like that, but it's like a lot of times, sometimes the channel message for, depending on the sign, it's like, it's sometimes the message needs to get you because what your guidance is needs to happen before the astrological event. Sometimes there are people who like need it as the astrological event is happening. And there are other signs that's like post. So there's about 6 signs left that I have not done. And I think the last 6 signs that have not been selected all needed, the moon to come, process through, and then now you have the awareness to be able to receive the message God has for you. So don't be too bent out of shape if you're like, I have been waiting for the fucking Pisces reading forever. What the fuck is it? You know what I mean? Like, don't. It's because you shouldn't be waiting for anything. You should be living life. You should be living life. And then God will find you when you're living life. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm just kidding. Thank you guys for letting me get my little papers together. There's my beanie. He's always hashtag omnipresent. Thank you guys for letting me get the whole system rebooted this morning. I'm having a really good time these days. So might as well before I get in the reading because I just feel like whoever this is, okay, fuck these cards are fun. But all right, let me see, guys. Just go ahead and do this now because it's gonna take time later, and I don't want to kill our flow. You know what I mean? I don't want us to like have to. So give me 1 second. Again, you know exactly who you are, so just be patient. Get yourself some water, coffee, tea, ice, bitches, you know. Just kidding. Yeah, give me 1 second while I do the card lady thing and make sure these are all squared away. Cool. Cool. All right, this is the funnest part. Let's see who, it's actually been feeling extra sacred too, like right now, like the whole, like who's going next? Who's next? Go. Go. Okay, I'm done. Are you? Oh my God, I'm so excited. Oh my God, yay. Oh my God, yay. Sagittarius, my absolute best friends in the whole world. Sagittarius. Were you about to post Christina? Okay, he's literally about to post our Sagittarius grandmother, Christina. So, love you, Christina. Love you, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, oh my God. I think this is probably going to be like my most excited reading for you guys. I don't know. I'm so excited. You know, we've been doing a lot of really amazing work that I feel like, Sag, it's been really fun for you guys because success is on the horizon for you, obviously, in the destiny. So it's always really fun when we get to sit down together because, you know, we're more doing the like managing the expansion thing. Like you guys are not really on the survival pipeline. Like we're really just making sure that you know, have that support to be able to like, you know, look at what the next dream is, what the next vision is, and get her done. Like Sag, I just want to tell you, like, everyone in your life really fucking appreciates you. I don't think you understand how your character, it's not even your character about like how you deal with people. It's actually just like you are like the sacred eldest fire, right? And there's just something so beautiful about the way like where you are right now is like Sagittarius is just like an ace. Like you are just solid, dude. There's not gonna be any need to upend your shit. Even if you're in karmic stuff, like even your karmics are like, Sagittarius, fucking thank you for not being a headache. Because Sag, what I'm getting with you is you just have this solidity to your energy because it's independent. And right now, Age of Aquarius, like I just feel like this new season, this Aries energy is so good for you specifically, because you are truly the individual and you're the wisdom of the individual. You're the individual who lived the life as an individual and has the wisdom from it, and therefore people who you attract in your life love you from that cup that you pour from. And it's like, I mean, Sagittarius, first of all, I just want to say I'm really proud of what you've built. You guys have built stuff that I really respect. And I want you to know that, like, I truly respect the things that you guys build with your own hands. Because this shit is cool, it's authentic, it's honest, and it solves a global challenge. So thank you for doing that. Because Sag, what would I do without you guys? Seriously, what the fuck? There is no vision without you guys. Like, I feel like everyone around you guys is like, there is nothing here without you, your impact. You were wise before. God, it's like, you are the sage wisdom. Just thank you. Just thank you, because I don't even have to say it. God has been coding those pockets, Saji. God has been paying you your dues. You know, you and God. Nobody got to talk to you about you and God. And I'm just telling you, everyone around you right now is like so grateful, because you were rocking a non-verbal, non-boasted relationship with the highest power. Like, Sagittarius is somewhere right now. They didn't even tell y'all if they fuck with God the long way. They didn't even tell y'all how locked in they are with Creator Prime Source. They've just been doing it since day one, decade after decade after decade. They just shut the fuck up and they actually talk to God for real. Like, y'all actually the niggas who still pray before you eat, you know? Like, oh God, I just thank you. Just thank you. Thank you. Thank you for keeping these guys' heads on straight, Sag. Like, seriously. Your behavior in comparison, like, I just feel like there's a really big need to say, like, you don't even know this, but it's like, you're silent gangster. The fact that you don't, like, Sag, you don't fight, you don't argue, you don't do nothing. Like, I'm telling you, it's just like, Sag, people may have done you however they've done you, but it's like, at the end of the day, you are not the crazy bitch. You're not the unstable bitch. You're not the bitch you're the regular bitch. Trying to make a way for the primordial fire in you still. Even still, what I love about you, Sag, is like, your life and what you do, no matter who's connected to you, responsibilities you got, your truth every morning when you wake up is, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna make sure that I'm building a world that tends to the little fire in me. That's now a big fire, but I don't stop living for that little fire that I had to keep stoking. And Sagittarius, man, this is your time. This is your coronation. This coronation doesn't end for you. It doesn't end for you. I'm talking Sagittarius, flowers after, like, just what you have done is going to go down in history. It will go down in history. Like, you historic motherfuckers. You guys are keeping our history alive. It's like, just thank you. Just thank you for finishing your ancestries. Oh, hold on, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna fucking blow my nose like I'm a fucking engine exhaust pipe because I only have fucking automobile. It's like, Sag, I don't think you understand how much your ancestors fucking thank you, because you took that bloodline, and whether it was piss poor and it needed ascending, whether it was powerhouse and it needed a successor, you did it. And everyone knows you, Sag, because it's like, with you, I feel like people know you put on for your city, you put on for your people. People know your name. I feel like a lot of Sagittarius, it's like, it's your name. It's the name. It's your name that carries weight. When people say your name, yeah, because in comparison to these bitches, no. But Sagittarius, we know that name. I'm telling you right now. Sagittarius, everyone, no matter, even if it was karma with you, like, even if it was karma, everyone feels like when they leave Sagittarius, it's like, it was a pleasure. It was truly a pleasure doing business with you. I don't got nothing to say about that one. I don't got nothing to say about God's anointed. I don't got nothing to say about Sagittarius. Nothing. In Sagittarius, I'm crying for you, because I feel like these bitches have always had something say about you. They've always had some shit to say about you, brother. No, because Sagittarius never showed up doing what you girls were doing, so why is it always stuff in the street about Sagittarius? So yeah, we're gonna take right now. And when it's mute, and not only is it mute on the bullshit, but it's a lot, we're turning it up beyond the I love Sagittarius propaganda. Yeah, we can turn that one up a little bit louder, yeah. I'm with you on that, Sag. I'm turning y'all up right now, Sag. I'm turning y'all up. I came from the Sagittarius wound. Y'all don't understand that shit. You don't know shit about the Sag blood that runs through me. Sagittarius broke her bones so I could be here. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. So anyway, Sag, I love you guys so much. This is huge. Like, huge. Like, life's work, life's prophecy, just general vibe. Like, you're the prettiest, you are. I just love this because this is like the time in your life when you're like, I've been a bad bitch. There's no question about that. I'm not going to show up and like plop on me. That's not going to happen. But Sagittarius, I think this is like the point where it's like a really beautiful alignment, because I think the external world, which doesn't really matter to you, but like this is when the external world, like you're like the flavor of the month right now. You just happen to be employee of the month for the external world, which is like, okay, good for you girls. But it also aligns really beautifully because like this is a chapter in your life that you're also like, I kind of love this era. This is my favorite version of me, y'all. And Sag, I feel like you don't even know that like the way that your personal achievement, like it just is infectious. Because I just think when so many people struggle with being codependent demonic frequencies who can't stand for shit, Sagittarius is going to be juxtaposed just like in a fucking, you know how they talk about us? You know how they talk about Sag and Aqua? God complex. Yeah, they're going to say it every time. But we're celestials, Sagittarius. You are the master fire sign. Who the fuck are y'all talking shit about? Huh? Oh. It's just like, it's over. The you not being equal to the things that you are equal to. What? No. You're going to be put in the right tax bracket absolutely every time. Every fucking time. Or you're going to burn this place to the motherfucking ground. I know that. Sagittarius, I'm so on your frequency right now. I'm so glad you guys are starting off my work day today. I adore you. If you are confused, but it's not even like confused, Sagittarius, our embodiment is so the same. We're bitch. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't even be like, I don't even talk like that to Sagittarius. I don't go to Sagittarius like, I adore you, babe. No. Me and Sag are like topless on a mountain, like, wow. Like, you know what I mean? It's not, no. So, cheers to us. I think we need to have a good cup of Joe together, Saggies. Like, we need to have a good cup of Joe and like, oh God. I'm so proud of you. I'm so fucking proud of you. Oh my God. As I like flip the deck over, yeah, you're, everything you do is like elite, like top tier, like just really cool legacy you're leaving.
It's so it's like that's like really the reflection right now, just like on like the elite status of like what like the work of a Sagittarius. Like,
it's always elite. It's always
like,
elite.
Actually fucking got it out the mud so that like
got it out the fucking
so that
trenches.
Like yeah like there wouldn't be any of like my history here without the fucking work of a Sag.
Literally
bridging the gap from like immigrating from Honduras to the U.S.
Literally, but then coming and doing the entrepreneurial thing, like Sag just come here and like
and doing legendary shit,
cool stuff. Yeah, it's cool stuff.
Running a fucking kitchen in the French Quarter that's trafficked by all the fucking celebrities of the time, fucking marrying a legendary artist, and like also then just like holding it down into a whole new grade.
And in case you don't know what we're talking about, that's like his grandma's life story. He's just talking, but that's like what he's referencing.
That's Sag, bro.
Yes.
And this is crazy. I'm like, damn, elite status. Like,
yeah. So you don't just get somewhere and do something, Sag. You like do like it's tasteful. It's like this is good. This is good innovation. This is good. We should do that. Yes, that's really good. That's really good art you just made. That's a really good project it's a great product you just, it's like, yeah. It's like definitely that for you. And so this big Birkin baggie from God, good stuff. Good stuff. And just know this much abundance is coming to you, but it's because you have enough vision to think about who gets set up because of the work you do. You're a lineage thinker, you know? Oh, awesome, Sag. I just think right now, you didn't even do anything. Like, this is like it's just one of those cycles where it's time for you to get it back karmically, what you've put out. Because I think right now, God is adjudicating, like, because remember, we failed the group test, but individual tests are getting administered, the, like, results and whatnot, and here's the A++. And that's just because it's like, Sagittarius could literally be, like, in prison. Sagittarius can be fucking anywhere. Sagittarius can be anywhere. But, like, you never stop doing, like, the cool niche thing that you do that's, like, genius, amazing, and keeping your people's lineage alive. It's, like, literally so cool. You're literally the coolest person ever. Like, and I just feel like people know that when they deal with you. Like, they know you're a keeper. Because, oh, you're awesome, Sag. So, Aries new moon. I'm so excited for you. So, let's see what we've got. Oh, wow. So beautiful. Wow. Whoa. Sagittarius. So beautiful. So, Aries new moon, literally yesterday, we're still buzzing under the energy, but you are going to have way too many new investors. This is investors coming from just like, oh, this is reaching, because Sagittarius, this is what I'm saying. I feel like you might think like, well, all I have is I think you've gone through so much in your life experience up until this point, Sagittarius, that like what's left is that primordial fire. Like no matter when push came to shove, when the highs and lows, you know, but what was really like remains is that primordial fire where it's just like, you still have the pentacle, this because the page of pentacles, like all I have is what I have. All I have is what I've learned. All I have is what I have amassed from this whole experience called that is being alive on this planet. And I think because that's what I think everybody thinks is so goated about you right now. It's like, you're not positioning yourself as like, I have some plan for global domination. You're literally just holding your little truth, it's not even little, but you're holding your truth in your hands right now. And it's just that massive because it's that authentic. It's rooted. It's also like your shit is, there's origins. Like you are Sagittarius. You're a keeper. There's more where that came from. Like your success makes people look at history, and that's so important because there's so many people right now in capitalism that do the monolithic superstar. So like even Michael Jackson, like in practice, right? Like that's like a global pop star. Let's just talk about that, right? But it's like you want to make sure that it's like we don't want to have this thing where like the entertainment industry or like the matrix like creates this pipeline that is like these things just happen in a vacuum. They don't. Like, how do you get Michael Jackson? That's a church boy. That's a child that was born and raised in a Black church experience, like the musicality, like the ways that you massage that kind of genius to be able to do what they do and facilitate what they've ended up facilitating was like there's a lot of moving parts. Their dad, their mom, their siblings, their aunts, uncles, like there's like a lot of infrastructure. And I feel like you are exactly Sagittarius. Let me just say it. You are God's public servant, and you are getting rackets right now because you made it cool to do God's work. You made it cool to live honestly in the truth of your spirit. Because when people look at your legacy, it's not like God is divorced from it. You know what I mean? Spirit is at the center of it. You weren't afraid to be philosophical with your like beliefs and ideologies. Like you very much cited your source as the source of everything you have. And because you built this thing that maybe was just an idea once upon a time, but you did it with this is the mustard seed faith. Like, well, I just know with God, if God gave me this idea, it'll go. And it doesn't matter how long it may have taken. Aries new moon is popping the fuck off, Sag. It's popping the fuck off. Let's see what we got. Whoa. Saggy. Crossing the Page of Pentacles is the Queen of Cups. Let me see. Four of Pentacles. This is just really awesome. Saj, I feel like I want to say this. I think this is like a random aside. If a lot of you feel like this is a metaphorical thing, but I think you guys will get what I'm saying. If you maybe, I'm getting a lot of Sagittarians that now have a foundation in place that's, because of how big the new foundation you're inheriting is, it's going to make you want to do something like go redo the wedding or go redo the big event that you did that like was like honoring and celebratory, because I feel like you may have like celebrated life. Like there was, because this is what I'm saying. It's like someone inherits a new abundance bracket, like a new, like, oh, I didn't know God was feeling that type of way about me. I didn't know God was, because it's just like, it's going to change like the paradigm for you, what you're receiving under this new moon, to the point where it's like, you know what? I got married 10 years ago, let's say, when I was not in the same place. Maybe I didn't even have this level of self connection and da-da-da-da. But it's like, we should go back now that we got it like that. And we should just like do it now from this consciousness and this wealth and this, or maybe like you have new things introduced, like maybe you have like children that have changed your life, or you have like all these new things that you want to be a part of, like maybe something foundational that you did, or maybe, because I'm also saying, Sagittarius, like to be honest with you, this moon might have also shaken loose. Like I think too, Sagittarius, this is like a little bit more, maybe it's not negative, it's just like a heavier situation where it's like, maybe you included people, places, things in really important ceremonies in life that aren't there anymore. They're like temporary. Like maybe like there are things in your past when there was like really important moments for you that don't really reflect, or maybe you hadn't gotten to that like consciousness where it's like, oh, I could have been more discerning about like who really is honoring this. Because I think, Sag, here's the thing, you're having an unrelatable celebration. Like your journey right now is not relatable, because it's being juxtaposed with your exaltation is juxtaposed with collapse. At this time, but it's really helping you, or it's advantageous to you, because internally I think there is this sort of tension about sort of weeding out, what do I have the right as Sagittarius to say I do or don't want to include in my life based on the foundation God you just inherited from God. Because I don't think this is a spiritual foundation. And I also think that maybe you have maybe at a time when they were like I said, they gave me the analogy of like, say like, oh man, we were so young when we got married, and like we did the wedding one way, but like as we've gotten older, our marriage is still super valuable to us, but we've completely changed to something, right? And it's like, we want to go back and like do something that's more accurate to us, or just include, because I think you want to go back, because I think it worked out so well for you, and because you're just so humble and you didn't even think that it was going to be like that, I think you want to go back and like give back, fill in, like give more to you in the situation, because you realize now it's like, oh, it was me, Sagittarius, who was like really awesome the whole time. And I didn't really even have to do this to serve others. This was my moment. That was, because I think too, Sagittarius, I think your life happens really fast. You might be like, again, my mom was a young mom, like all these things, like it just, you have to learn quickly in life. And I'm not saying it's always going to be super karmic, but it's like, you do have to learn very quickly in your life, to the point where I feel like, you know, some of those onset early sped up experiences, like you bodied it. Like you could have been Wanda Taylor. It was like, I was a fucking young mom and I didn't have like maybe the foundation I needed or something, but in the end, it's like, I kind of bodied it, so I can go back now and rewrite the script and just like throw a celebration being like, shout out all the single moms, like, or something. I don't know. It's like, I feel like that's what you're on. You're like, we might as well go back, because it's like something that was once taboo for you, you bodied it. So it's like, it doesn't matter. It's not normal. It's probably like supernatural the way you like bodied it and handled it and like recovered from the situation. But now you're like being like heavily invested in for that journey, for like doing that. And so now you're like, well, I think I'm kind of making it cool to be, yes, unconventional, but authentic. I think your whole MO is like, if you're authentic though, and God is actually the one telling you to do what you're doing, let it all work out. Yeah, that's what you're on. So it's really cool, Sagittarius. This is really fucking cool. Yes, Saggies. Yes, Saggies. You are in some I think a lot of people, Sagittarius, regardless of gender, your frequency is very magnetic. It's very feminine. It is very conceptualizer. So people are really loving your conceptual brain, like the way that you like build things out in concept. You're really good at delivering that. I think the things you think of are brilliant. They just genuinely are brilliant. Like genuinely, you're a smart person, genuinely. And I think that's really amazing. And because you've got so many queens out already, but they're like my favorite queens. Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, like these are the hottie boom bodies, the emotionally available, emotionally mature baddies. Like love that down for you girls. And then it's like what manifests for you is this completely, I mean, just you, again, it's like God is delivering you Ace of Cups. I think this is like your holy grail. I also feel like, Sag, you and whatever you do, if you're an artist or you run a business or you have a family or you do something in your community or whatever your legacy is, Sagittarius, what you've done, what you create is a holy grail. You are people's holy grail. Yeah, just like what you do, what you make is like holy grail level. Yeah, Yaski. And I think that's newly, like, that's like, I'm feeling like we're sitting in the moment where Sagittarius is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. Like we're sitting in your moment where it's like that's you. There you go. Like you're getting in. This is your Nobel Peace Prize. Here you go, Saggy. Here you go, girl. Yes. And I think that is so crazy because again, I just feel like your disposition is coming. Like you're Sagittarius. You are the meek one inheriting the entire earth right now. It's you. It's literally you. You're the meek one that is inheriting the entire thing. And look at all this meekness because you've got this holy grail coming down from God in front of everyone. And you're in the Page of Wands, which means like you're just still just trying to have a good ass time. You kept it light, you kept it creative, you kept it whatever. But the cool thing now is like this holy grail is very public and it's like it's the common perception of you. And so now you're also really, really, really solid on what stealing from yourself is. You're not interested in doing that. I do also really feel like you used to have I think the last little bit of dust for you, Sagittarius, is actually got a lot to do with connections from previous consciousness. So Sagittarius, even though you're a mutable sign, loyalty because of just the fire nature of your energy is like super big for you still, even still. So I think like a lot of Sagittarians, like, you know, it's not even so much just loyalty. I think you just are very aware of yourself. And so you know what you really like. So it's not really like you guys have tons of falling out with your girls and guys. You know what I mean? It's not like the team you roll around with, usually you're like, it's not even just like, on some like Scorpio shit, like, oh, I need loyalty, or it's not even like a prereq. It's just like people tend to be really loyal and in your life for a long time just because you really knew how to go up to something that's actually like you, because you're a fire, you're like the eldest fire sign, so you know it's like I got to go up to somebody who's actually like me in practice, and so those things don't really leave. So I just feel like you have a lot of connections from your past that maybe you're like holding, and at some point it's not even like you're stealing from yourself because like you were trying to do that or whatever, but I think because this holy grail has come in and the holy grail is such a deeply personal, spiritual, the thing that's happening to you is very obviously a spiritual like coronation of sorts. And so some of these old connections are more so the connections you had to develop in your life to learn spiritual teachings. So like the friends you've had, you know, your whole life, and the connections you had, past partnerships, whatever the things may have been, that maybe they ended in this feeling of like, okay, that was probably a situation where I was like stealing from myself, right? Either way, it's like, Sag, oh my goodness, dude, like you really are, you're able to just put your head down and be like, I want you to know you have the right to kind of just like, I also want to say, Sag, this is the other thing I'll say. I'm very protective over you all, obviously, because you guys broke your ribs and your flesh so that I could exist. Shout out my mother. And so thank you, Sagittarius, for just I'm indebted to you. I wouldn't be here without you. But at the same time, I am very protective over the fact that I don't also want you to be, so this is, like I said, emphasis on the spiritual coronation. So even if it's like a very material, it's going to be material. I'm telling you, it's like, it's in Malkut. It's on this plane. It's not in Kether. It's like, it's on the earth that you have this abundance. But the nature of it is cups. The nature of why this holy grail, why you're a holy grail is because of the spiritual thing. It's like, you're realizing like, yeah, even if I made a really good product though, the reason my shit is pushing off the shelves is just because like of my spirit being in that product. It's not just because of that. You know what I mean? Because I think you're looking at it, it's like, well, I mean, anybody could do this. Anybody could build it. People make brands all the time. People make, you know, design stuff all the time. People make art all the time. Like people can sing, people can dance, but it's like, why did the reason your shit's getting so blown out is because it's actually reflecting to you. It's like, oh, I have a pretty spirit. I'm telling you, Sag, when I started reading, I was just like, I feel like you feel like the prettiest because I think you're realizing like the makeup of the spirit. That's kind of like your vibe. And like, no matter what Sagittarius, no matter what gender, no matter who you are, I think you're really showing people that like spiritual makeup has you looking, like you will always look better than these demonic bitches because it's like your spirit is so beautiful. truly. And so I do feel like you have some musty, dusty ass people with musty, dusty ass spirits. And I don't want to see another clip, another video of Sagittarius having their holy grail moment and they're really being celebrated and they're in this disposition. But then you got all these kind of like, they were your spiritual initiators, but they're also just like people that you've known. They're like again, it's not even that they're problematic because maybe they've done anything to you, but what's problematic about how they're functioning is their lack of self-awareness. So they're not self-aware at all. That like, you didn't get this huge moment where everybody's calling out like Sagittarius's name is a household name now. Right? And so because your name is now a household name, some of these other guys that are around you, they're not clocking that it's like, that was a long journey of becoming, right? You went from infant baby that doesn't matter to anyone but your family to mattering to being like the world's love, you know, to mattering to your bigger community. And so it's like 7 of Swords reverse. I just feel like you have one too many people trying to be like, cheers, Sag. But it's like, we don't really want to be like clinking up or like, because I feel like, I think that's the only thing that could be kind of like revelatory under the Aries new moon, because a lot of this is about like what collapses, what is built without source collapses. So I think there are certain things that just kind of collapsed as well. So it kind of leaves you in this position where it's like, maybe the things that you were connecting with on the road to this holy grail vibe, they've kind of fallen away. But it is also just giving you the right to just be like, well, they've all fallen off because this is just my cup. It's not, Sag, I also want you to know, this is just your thing. It doesn't belong to anybody else. What's happening for you, why people are talking about you is not because of you knowing someone else, not because of, because even if it's like people know a relationship you have or people know like something that you're connected to, it's like, it's how you connect to it that people are actually talking about in their homes. It's not even about like, you know what I mean? And that makes you just really different. That doesn't make you a capitalist. That makes you like actually a human with like good currency, energetic currency. You know what I mean? And I think it just comes from just not being a shady buster. It's like your open-minded, detached nature is so beautiful and so inspiring to so many people. Because even when they get sloshed up with you accidentally, or even if it's karmic, like it's never karmic with you. Like even if someone goes through a cycle with you and maybe it's like, we just needed to learn a soul lesson together, people really just appreciate that they ever even, like I said, that they even did business with you. Like nobody looks at, even none of your exes, none of your old friends, none of anything that you've had in the past, everyone talks about you very positively. Every single person. Even people who like you had a falling out with, they're just like, Sagittarius, that was not a waste of my time at all. I'm very happy about that being whatever we created together. I'm happy it was there. It's just like how I feel, and I want you to know that. I want you to know, because I think, you know, Sag, like I know what it's like. I feel like our perception in the ethers is because, you know, we get the you're a bitch rap. We get the like fucking bitch ass whore ass. You know, people think Aquarius and Sag are like so fucking god complex and assholes, and it's like, that's of course what they're gonna say to the non-toxic bitches of the zodiac. Like, people get somewhere with an Aquarius and a Sagittarius and shut up. You know what I mean? They don't say too much. Like, if you want to get with a Sag and a Aquarius, like, you're shutting the hell up. You don't want drama. You want a good life. If you're fucking with those bitches, you want a good life. There's a lot of bitches in the zodiac that you might be wanting chaos, but not with Sagittarius. No, because you don't even want to be tied down. So if someone really wants to deeply commit to you, that just means because you're in alignment with each other. That means you guys have the same life philosophies. So you're going to be able to do the free people thing, right? Without having to, you know, so Sag, I'm so happy for us. So in the recent past, too, Sag, world card in the reverse. So I think this is what the Aries new moon is going to do. But what I will say, Sag, is this is an overwhelmingly positive thing. And I don't think any of the unfinished cycles that are needing to be prompted within your foundation are anything that would make you not feel like it's a holy grail time for me. But what I will say is there might be things that are pertinent. So it's like right at the front of like your forehead that you need to like finish. And it's like, I think Sagittarius in the past is just like your face is wasted, won't by the cracks in our foundation. Okay, Sagittarius, song for you. Go listen to Foundations by Kate Nash. Okay, Kate Nash was like such a huge, like, I used to love, well, anyways, I was raised by like a lot of like hippies who like really made sure we had a pulse on like UK pop. So anyways, go listen to Foundations by Kate Nash, because that's the spirit message. It's like, my fingertips are holding onto the cracks in our foundation, and I know that I should let go, but I can't. That's what you're doing. So these are the cracks in your foundation that you know you should let go of, but you maybe can't. And so in the recent past, you are experiencing a culmination. So I feel like God put you in a place where you can see your whole life in review. So I think you're in a pool with a bunch of people from your past, your present, and your future, right? And I think that illumination was just so you could look at your whole foundation. And I think right now, Sagittarius, more than anything, it is very clear where the cracks are. And I think what's funny is you've been going with these cracks and not knowing the source of them, maybe like throughout your journey. And maybe because in different cycles, you just had to be really focused on it, like an internal world. But now you're able to really see this, like, oh, there were certain things that were also attacking really strong parts of my foundation, trying to project that those things are weaker than they are, when those things are actually really strong, and that's actually the crack. So I just feel like you need to really, again, go run up Kate Nash in general, because you're giving a very Kate Nash fucking frequency. Kate Nash is a very, like, bubblegum, like a very, she's very uppy. She's like a quad shot Americano type of frequency, you know what I mean? Just the type of bitch that's like, all right, you know, like just a lot of energy, you know? Like maybe you're drinking like a mushroom coffee because you're just like, it's an alternative, you know what I mean? It's like you have like a lot of like natural, just, you're very like, yeah. And like I said, it's very juxtaposed during the collapse of the old world. So it's like, Sag is just in this like, it's like you embody whimsy right now kind of vibe. And, but yeah, you should really, 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 really go listen to Foundations, Kate Nash, and just look at what she wrote there and think about how she reflects on, because I think the message the Spirit wants you to have is like, there is a aspect of reflecting on how you assess like accountability. Like I think that's what's happening for you. It's like it's most important no matter what you decide, no matter who's in the picture, who this includes. It's just like you're understanding, you've developed a process of accountability that will allow you to make sure that when you're building this big holy grail vision for God now, you understand that it is very important though that I can't allow there to be any cracks in this foundation. And so again, you realize there's nothing to hold on to. This is you not holding on to those people anymore. And if this video encourages you to like let it go, like let go of whatever is fragmenting the foundation that you're building, because you have a very strong one. And like I said, even your mistakes have been repurposed to be like God's plan. So there's nothing that you really did that was a mistake. And so there are things that just are misaligned to you right now. And those things can go because even your mistakes have been re-glued into your final destiny. Like I said, even if you got a baby daddy, baby mama, even if you got a da-da-da-da, it's like worked out. Like you're like my mom, it worked out. You know what I mean? And so when it works out, I think she's at a place where it's just like, okay, well then I can just identify that maybe like this toxic boyfriend or maybe this toxic job or this da-da-da-da, or whatever the crack is in the foundation. It's like, because I didn't make any mistakes is what Sagittarius is. Like Sagittarius, like I didn't make a mistake. Like I didn't do anything wrong, right? And so if I didn't do anything wrong, it's you girls. So then just go to the girls and don't be afraid to, because I'm telling you, God wants you to look at how your fingertips are holding onto the cracks in your foundation. And you know that you should let go, but you can't. Right? And in this song, she's actually talking about like sort of like partners who are dealing with like internal imbalances. So she's kind of talking about like, she's talking about like what it's like, it's literally a woman talking about like how she looks at, like how she comes to consciousness about like, you have a lot of cracks in your foundation. It's just like, it's a song about disillusionment, let's just say that. And I feel like you might be very disillusioned right now because it's like, it's my holy grail moment. And I think that might be the only like buzzkill is that like, I can't believe, because I think you know these things to be these people, these places, these things to be cracks in your foundation. Cause it's like, oh, when I'm up, everyone who's a solid person in my foundation is really positive about it. But this crack in your foundation has just been so nauseating. And I think it's just God is about to come through and like prove to you, it's like, yeah, they shouldn't even be here. They are the thing that was making it. You're just, I feel like Sag, you were just right. You were right. I feel like you said that like something is, you know what I mean? Like you were right about it. You were right about how, hey, sorry, I'm like train of thought. This is, do you mind like verbalizing quietly? Sorry. Anyways, it's just like, whatever. Sorry, Sag. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know what the cracks in the foundation would have been. And I feel like you were watching the disillusionment, and then there's like a big part of how like you were like clocking like that's a red flag, that's a red flag, that's a red flag, because she's like, it's a Sagittarius. I also just feel like Kate Nash in that song, she's just like talking about how it's like you've kind of just gone and fucked it up. It's like talking about how people waste resources, how people like don't, it's like I'm being so delicate and so precious, and I feel like it's because you live spirit-led. You're letting your spirit guide you through your decisions, and these cracks in your foundation are godless. Like, they don't have, that's why they only show up as, like, just fucked up. Like, and I also think, Sagittarius, it's really important right now. You might need to make some boss moves that talk about just, like, what you're going to do in terms of, like, I'm illuminating to you, your destiny and your legacy is very big. You're building out, like, something that's, like, really and truly, like, okay. You're building out something that is, like, really and truly bigger than you, and it's something that you've offered to do at a soul level for God. Like, whatever, if you bring a business here, if you continue a family like legacy, if you have a whatever you do, it's like you're doing it on behalf of God. So I think you now have to think with that in mind. You have to think about, like, God in the mind. You have to think about God in the sorry, mumbling. It's just really, like, picking up. Sorry. Anyways, and that's what I'm saying. Do you see? I'm right now. It's like I'm doing something for God right now. So, like, whatever's happening is, like, I have to be able to make sure that, like, this can be done. And I feel like you have to do that for people. It's like, it's not personal, but it's like, I'm trying to do something for God right now. And it's like, this is showing up as a crack in the foundation. It's affecting, like, what's happening. And so I'm seeing a lot of Sagittarians at this time being like, it doesn't matter. We have to have more spiritual maturity. Like, if I have more spiritual maturity than the people I used to associate with, because I think now you're just being given everlasting life from your creator. And it's like, I don't even need booze, bows, hoes, clothes, like, all this stuff that you might have needed your old association from. Even the way you celebrated life in the past isn't the same anymore. Like, you don't even want to celebrate this huge foundation. It's so sacred, and it's something that's so much bigger than one human life. Like, that's what I'm saying. You just feel so humble because what you're receiving is, like, it's obviously bigger than, like, one person. It's obviously bigger than just something. It goes beyond survival. This is enough money to feed a fucking village for the next 6,000 years. So when you're in that inheritance of it all, of a whole world structure, it's like you're in the humility of it, and you realize you can't. This is a huge dying to self. This is a huge, like, I don't even need to satiate my ego with these connections or these old partnerships or whatever it is, because I'm not that person anymore. And I feel like you accepted it. Like, when you did this, when you had that faith of a mustard seed, and you were like, I'm going to follow my heart. And you became the bride, the wife, the mother, the father, the legend. When you became the thing, but when you went on that journey to do that, it's like, it leveled you up in a way. And the whole point of you doing that, no matter whether it was karmic or whether it ended well or whatever, it's like, the whole point is who you became on the other side of it. And I just think who you've become holds a grail that this energy can't even hold a candlelight to. You were always the one. I also feel like, Sagittarius, someone didn't know in the past. Someone put you through a situation where they were always comparing you to someone else. Someone was literally saying Sag is not as good as the new thing. I think someone invested in, like, there's Sag sitting right here, and someone just, like, wanted to really keep investing in other things. And it's not just other things, but it's like like, what they were doing kind of wrote a narrative about you. It's like, for example, like, I'm getting a message where it's like, Sagittarius, like, you might be like, for example, I'm just getting my mom. Like, my mom had this whole wound where it's like, my dad, he, like, went on, and after my mom divorced him, like, he went on and, like, lived this whole life where he, like, was with a series of different people and partners and things. And even his current wife, my stepmother, he really spends a lot of time being like, oh, and this is why this person is so much better for me than Sagittarius was. Wanda was just so not good for me, da-da-da. But in the end, Sag, because you've inherited this holy grail and you actually have, like, something crazy right now, that energy, like, let's just say you're Wanda, your Sherman Ray is going back and being like, the divine is more. So it's not even spoken. It's just like, it's very clear that, like, you didn't deserve to go through so many cycles where you were always being compared to other things that they couldn't even hold a candle to you. And it really just had to do because you were a queen while someone was a page. So I also feel like that's the whole Sagittarius leveling bitches up thing. It's like, you were always a queen. Some little jester came up to a queen and they wanted to learn how to be royal, and you taught them how to. But what was disrespectful is you taught them how to live in some sort of royalty, and then they went on. I feel like they went on, stayed a page, and then tried to go. Then I feel like they went up to a bunch of demons trying to be like, oh, y'all are this and that because of the juice you gave them, because of the sauce you gave them, because of the, like, because I feel like knowing you and connecting with you deeply backs people up because you walk with the lineage. So it's like people being connected to your lineage and then getting too crunk and then going out and finding knockoff Walmart versions of you, Sagittarius, that are not magic, can't even do what you do, and then claiming them like and I think that sucks because at Sagittarius, I feel like other people went on and invested in those things, and it was it's like, and then I see a lot of people living like, you're the one that when they're having sex they think of, you're the one that they like are inspired by, like they're looking at you, it's your image, your face, your like your legacy, but for whatever reason, because of their own lack of spiritual evolution, they only invest it into the thing that's actually like really insulting, like into this. They invested, and I feel like also, you know, who invested in cracks in your foundation. You know who wanted to completely crumble what you're building. You know, very clearly, Sagittarius. So I feel like you're like my mom, where it's like, now it's very illuminated that like she would have always been, she was the Queen of Cups. Because like, just like I said, what the sad thing with my parents is like, I would believe y'all and your whole need to divorce if you guys didn't divorce each other and then just go try to find like the healed version of each other in somebody else. I think my parents were just mad at each other because they were wounded, and so instead of just doing the work on being wounded, they just did the like, oh, the grass is greener thing. Okay, so the grass is greener, but the grass wasn't greener. So you probably should have just sat down somewhere and this is what you're saying, Sagittarius. You're like, and let this be a lesson to you. No one's anywhere. You have to grow. If you're the type of person that's into capitalism to where it's like you throw something away when it has a use, Sagittarius is like, boo. Sagittarius is like the queen and king of sustainability. So Sagittarius is like, dude, this is not broken. You know what I mean? It's not broken to the point of it can't be used. So Sagittarians, like, you're the person that goes and gets your shoe cobbled because you should go get your shoes fixed. You don't need to throw the shoes away. You know what I mean? Because they're your favorite pair of shoe. You obviously wear the shit out of them. That's why they're worn down. Fix them. You know what I mean? And that's what you did. For whoever was dealing with you, you chose to invest and fix them. You knew it was like, whatever, I can see you're on your page. I'm a queen, but I'm going to invest in you and I'm going to stay here. And I think they took that as like you being less entertaining, less exciting, less googly eye, boogly eye. But in the end, Sagittarius, you were not the mistake in their life. Just know that. I want you to understand that whoever in your past that went on to some grass is greener shit, you were never the mistake in their life, even though that's exactly what they pitted you as. They made it look like you weren't giving enough, or you weren't doing enough, or you weren't, bitch. Laughing all the way to the bank, though, because that holy grail is that, Saggy. That's awesome. This is the most amazing message, Sagittarius. I'm so glad we're here together. I love you guys so much. Sag, should we, like, this summer, every day, me and you, hang out? Because I want to hang out with Sag all summer. It's kind of how I'm feeling. Oh, that's awesome. Whoa. Yeah, Sag, that's exactly what I thought. Sagittarius, that's why I cried for you. That's why I said thank you, because you had the very unique experience of, you're basically completely living a lover's story out. It's just your lover wasn't giving you the full benefits of the fact that you were committing completely to walk that path. You know who your soulmates are. You walked them, you claimed them, you stood beside them, you grew them. I don't know how much they made that feel, how good they made that feel for you. But that's why you're getting a holy grail right now. Because you listen, you're God's anointed. You listened to God. You said, go where I'm telling you to go. This is someone that you have karma with. This is someone you gotta build this with them. You did it. And even if it didn't make sense at the time, even if you didn't understand why God said, connect here, you did it. And now you're seeing why, because it's like what you brought into the world, what you brought here, what you guys created together is what God wanted to be done. Again, this whole heteronormative bullshit, we're here to create the things that God needs us to create. So we have to loosen all these old structures that say what we can and can't do, what's acceptable and what's not acceptable, because it's like sometimes people have to finish stuff out because God wants to evolve humanity. Like, we need to stop thinking about our human lives as like, just like man and wife and how we get to like honoring just the ego identity. Like, no, like I'm just a human vessel that's going to create whatever God asked me to create, and I'm not scared to do that because I'm not chained by anything. You don't know what it means for me to be in any of the things that I define my marriage for myself. I define what love, sex, and relating is for myself. I define what it means to be a woman, what it means to be like. I define that stuff for myself, you know, and you do too, Sag, you know. And I do just really feel like you went through because I feel like your lover might have walked out a lot on you. I think you were in a lot of partnerships that were destined and fated, and you did your part, and maybe the situation is that they didn't always do theirs. But the really cool thing about Sagittarius is like, you're like me, and I'm actually like you. It's my Sagittarius in me that makes me think this way. But it's like, you know, I always think about it this way. It's like, people always ask me like, why, you know, a lot of people try to, you know, I've been in a relationship for almost a decade now. My entire 20s, I've been with my partner. And one of the most rewarding things about being in your 20s is like, obviously it's notably the time when people like want to discover, like learn about themselves or like explore life in certain ways. And so with that, people are always just like, what's the point in like holding down someone when they're going through their highs and lows? whatever. And I think it's because Sag, we understand this. It's like, well, you're looking at the composite value of something. So something's value is whole, right? So the value of Dennis as a person is, one, decided by God. And two, something that's just whole. Whether he's happy or sad, that value doesn't change. Sagittarius knows that. You're an intellectual, right? And so for a lot of these people who are capitalists, for a lot of these girls who are demons, it's like they're going to change their body. They're going to change their style. They're going to change their preferences like the damn wind blows, because they're godless, but also because that's why they don't have anything. Like, you're looking at a lot of your single friends who are just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like not even just your single friends, but you're looking at a lot of people who don't have any real support like you have. Like, even if you got a baby daddy, right, Sagittarius, it's like you have the full support of that. Like, your shit is cool. Like, as I said, it's like my family. Like, you guys saw, like, my parents' brutal divorce, like, not positive, like, definitely a divorce, so based on, like, you're fucking up something, not, like, a positive thing. But my parents are, like, everybody's, like, favorite co-parents, because, like, my parents, like, we vacation, road trip, everywhere together. Like, my parents are fully divorced, and we're, like, we all sleep. It's, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's just, like, my mom and dad never, like, it's never, like, my mom, like, my grandma Geneva, like, my mom is the one who did her will and testament. Like, that's her son's ex-wife, and my dad is remarried. But my grandmother's like, nope, Wanda's my daughter. Nope. Not that she doesn't accept my other, but she, like, no. So Sagittarius, just no. Like, no, nobody's replacing you. Nobody, like, you're good. You're in the family tree. You know what I mean? So even when you have karma, it's like you're not doing like some of these girls outside of you who, you know, the reason why, like, because you tell people that you're like, you can make mistakes, and if you're really in alignment, though, if you're really, because I think what people's problem is like they're not doing what they should be doing. They're not aligned to any plan with God. If you're in God's divinity and jurisdiction, God lets you be human. God's like, that's what I'm saying. Me and Dennis, we were rewarded each other, but we also get to be human. So we get to do the human thing, make mistakes, whatever, because we're in alignment. And so that's what I'm saying is like, you know, a lot of times when I was in my 20s, a lot of people would just like not really understand, like, why do you keep staying in this? Like, why are you so committed to this? Because it's like, you girls couldn't spell for lifer even if it fucking bit you in the ass. You don't know nothing about that. You don't know how to fucking stay around. Because Sagittarius is like, could you not tell that I picked them because they were valuable, not because they could just give me something temporarily that I wanted? That's you, BBL bitches, not Sag. That's not Sagittarius. No, because Sagittarius is like, I picked this person because of like an unseen metaphysical phenomena that is drawing me to them holistically. There's nothing here to give up on when it's time to grow. You know, what the fuck are we doing? We're all gonna grow here, right? So I just like saying that. And I think you're just getting mad flowers because you didn't leave this shit, brother. And I think that's actually the future. The future is like, you gotta pick some shit that God asked you to pick. You claim it, and then you get to have everlasting life. You get what I mean? Because Sag is showing that if you are actually gonna go pick if you pick the things in life God wants you to pick, you could fuck up the whole way, and in the end, you still get the Holy Grail. Because the whole reason you get a Holy Grail is just by honoring that you're listening for what God asks you to do. Not because it's successful, not because the business sells things, not because the partner ended up being successful. No, because off the truth alone that you said, like I said, it's like Sagittarius, you're like, that person is for me. My mom was 18, my dad was 29, but on her spirit, outside of the matrix, outside of the appropriateness of it, she was like, no, me and this person have karma. I'm supposed to bring something here with her. And both her and my dad feel like Alexis and Sherman, because of who my mom and my dad were as individuals that they brought me and my brother here. And I think they realize now, looking back, like, well, shit, they've been through like abusive partners. They've been through a lot of crazy shit that they were like, Wanda and they'd say this about each other. Like, well, at least Sherman would have never hit me. Wanda would have never hit me. You know what I mean? So I think in a lot of ways, it's like, well, maybe we should have held on and just worked through the love, because we don't regret what we created together. And we also don't, like, it was also just like, I mean, well, shit, like, I've been through even harder shit. Like, I gave up on Sagittarius, but it's like, I ended up letting myself go to the gutter after that. So why did I sit up there and act like it was too much for Sagittarius? I just had to make Sagittarius like a side piece. But then I went and picked up a demon and I made that a fucking, you know what I'm saying? So Sag, you're just like, that's what I'm saying, Sag, you like this, bro. You just chilling, dog. You're just chilling, dog. Because it's like, that's all y'all's personal awareness over there. Because you don't move like that. You've never moved like that. So all these girls around you that's having these come into God moments over you, guy. Over you, gangsky. Yeah, because that motherfucking truth knocked. And Sag is the truth. You were always distinguished. fucking let these fuck-ass little baby trend cycles come and go. Let them come and go, Sag. You gonna always be the hottest. You gonna always be that sauce. You gonna always be that splat. That's always gonna be what it is with you, babe. Because it's eternal beauty. Because it's your spirit that made you beautiful. Anytime somebody wants to fuck on you, it's because your spirit is gorgeous. It's not because you got the fattest ass. It's not because you got the smallest waist. That's not what it is. And you've built up a sense of self that's like, you used to, I think, be really worried about, like, I don't know if I can hold these things. Girl, your spirit, when you realize your spirit brought them to the yard, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Put on the do-rag, walk outside with the bonnet on, put on the chanclas, fuck the designer, wear the Old Navy. It don't even matter what you do. Because when they love the spirit, these other niggas only like these women because of the BBL. They only like these women because of what it looked like. But yours, these business partnerships, these relationships, they lock you down because that spirit is gorgeous. Gorgeous. They don't do it like that anymore. They don't make them like you anymore, Saji. And, right? I'm like, sometimes we laugh, sometimes I cry, but I guess you know now. Yeah, because I think when you were laughing and you were crying, people were adjudicating a little too much. I think people are really quick to be like, Sag started crying, you're schizophrenic. Okay. And then they leave you, and then God goes and shows them what a schizophrenic bitch actually looks like. And then they're like, I should have never fixed my lips to ever even say that about Sagittarius. I don't even know why I would say that. Because it looked like God showed somebody absolutely what hell looks like. These are these niggas running right back to your holy grail like I should have. They looking like Justin Bieber talking about Hailey Bieber, hallelujah. That's what it's giving. Because it's like, Because even if there was a like I said, not every voice carries wisdom, okay? Not every voice. And Sagittarius, whoever was fucking with you in the past, let me tell you right now, not only are they like, baby, you my everything. You all I am. We can do it real big. It's like, I should have never called you a demon, Sagittarius, because I went and manifested that demon that I was calling you. And it was not, that's not you. I think they've seen the face of the devil, straight up. They know what that looked like. And it's not Sagittarius. They should have never said that pretty bitch over there was a fucking demon. I should have never said that. Should have never even been comparing you to nobody. Should have never even been trying to play in your face like that. Should have, Sagittarius, they should have never said that shit about you. Huh? You can't see a bad bitch with your own eyes? Do not do Miss Onika Tanya Mirage like that. What? Because we wasn't fucking with Nicki Minaj because she was like WAP. No. We was fucking with Tanya because she had them bars. She was a prophet. A prophetess. That's why we was fucking with Tanya. That's why we was fucking with Onikska. Yeah. We was fucking with her because she was always following her spirit. She's a little Trinidaddy baddie coming out the gutter. She was coming out the gutter with them bars. Barbs ain't playing with plastic. No, baby, no. They ain't playing with no plastic, no. The barbs, that's a spiritual militia. What? And that's all I would say is I feel like, you know, when I think about Nicki, I think about how much she didn't even have to do all that because she was bad. But it's like this new class of female rappers comes in like a whole like 12 years, like over a it's like a literally generational gap. So if we going from millennial to Gen Z, so she dealing with these Gen Z motherfuckers. And I think it kind of puts her in her head, and it's like, you know, and I think in the end, it's all going to come under the wash. And I would just say, Nicki, if you watching this, babe, we loved your spirit, babe. And you need to get some peace because these little plastic Barbies, they don't hold a candle. They don't know what it was like in 2009 when we was downloading your shit off LimeWire, Nicki. They don't know. They weren't there. You know? You can call me Whitley. I go to hell, man. I'm the baddest in the school, the baddest in my lane. Excuse me, mommy, but nobody's in my lane. When you was in New York, you was fucking the Yankee. I was fucking with Yankee. That's where we were, brother. You know? That's where we were. You know, when it was itty bitty picky, when the pity was itty bitty, you know, back then. Don't think that the guys weren't there back then, but we loved your spirit back then because I didn't even have an iPod Touch to even really know what Nicki Minaj looked like outside of her fucking trifold fucking CD cover. You know what I mean? So I wasn't overthinking about the image. It was your spirit that was hitting the airwaves, and we was like, yup. Yeah, we were like. That's what I'm saying. You're back in your bass boost and shit. Like, you know, you don't have to, you know? So, just remember, you know, it was one nation under God, you know, with you girls. Just remember that. Just remember that, Saji. Don't let these and just know, Alexis motherfucking Taylor, fucking Sagittarius is the only bitch that'll fucking crack open to bird the truth. The rest of these bitches crack open to be a cum rag. You trying to bird the truth. Everybody's glad about the shit you brought here. Everybody's glad about the shit you brought here to this planet. Thank you. Thank you, Sagittarius. Fucking thank you. The fuck? The fuck? That's how I feel. Bruh, Sag. Sagittarius, this is so beautiful. Guess what? Guess what, Sag? You know how you know this is the Holy Grail? It's not just Sagittarius. You, even if you are like, oh, you made a product that's busting right now, that's awesome, or you got a business that's busting right now. The real reason this isn't it's not a pentacle, it's an ace of cups, is because even if you are at a place, say like in your business where it's like, oh, we just designed our, like, this is gonna be our brands, like, this is the best shit we've ever made. It's funny because you deeply know it's an ace of cups, because the actual joy is, and I tell this to artists all the time, it's not the one album you make that's like the peak of your career. Like, for example, I was talking about Ye West. It's like the best thing that's happening for him is the renewal of the Ace of Cups, is that he knows now he has a whole new career ahead of him that's sustainable. That's the best part about it. You don't have to don't get too hung up on it. We're already on to the next album. Don't overdo it. You don't have to worry about it. You know, don't get too hung up on the fucking product we're making right now. It'll change eventually. Trust. There's going to be a new market. But the best thing about it is, like, for you, Sagittarius, it's like you really have mastered sustainability. You can do this shit forever, and that's lit as fuck. That's lit as fuck. You have 100-year business. You guys, Sagittarius, you basically, like, y'all don't even know what HEB is, but if you were from fucking Texas, you would know what HEB is. HEB is just like it's meet the Andita. It's the grocery store, okay? But it's a phenomenal 100-year business though. And I use HEB as a model for many of my efforts. A lot of the things that I have to do, especially because, like, a lot of times, like, even Texas politics don't support, like, the Texas public, like HEB does, like, straight up, like, the hurricane relief, disaster relief, like, HEB is going to get there quicker than the cops. You get what I'm saying? So you've created something that's like that for people. It's straight up. It's a 100-year business. It's a 100-year like legacy. The things you're speaking right now are going to last for 100 years. Straight up. That's gangster. That's hard to master in a capitalist hellhole. That's hard. That's because you're the truth, brother. You're the fucking truth, brother. You're the fucking truth, brother. You're the truth. You're the fucking truth, dude. You got a lot of milkshakes in your yard. A lot of investors. Because, Sag, I don't think you're on your first genius innovation. I think you're about on your 9th or 10th prototype. I think you've been, I think, Sag, maybe, like, I think many years ago, you had your first brain blast idea and that put you on the map. But now you're not there. You're at the, like, 30th, 40th product. The business. Yeah, we already done branched out into this and this and this and this. Oh yeah, the fucking life's work. Oh, my art. Yeah, I used to just paint pictures. Now, girl, I'm fucking directing. Yeah, that's where you're at right now. Oh yeah. It's very visible. And each of the things that you built, they're all holy grails. This is fucking crazy for you, Sag. This is a very big new moon for you. It's your world. It's your world, Sag. It's your world. It was always your world. You're so Sag. You're a fucking queen. Genderless, though, all my queens are popping out in this reading. In the fear space was the Queen of Pentacles. Sagittarius. This Aries, Mega Blast 7 celestial bodies in Aries, as we speak, hasn't happened in 20,000 years. It's not even something that we can say will happen again in 20,000 years. It's just a phenomenon that's happening and hasn't occurred since then. It's not like we're on a timer to see this type of astrology again, right? And I feel like it is like the wounded healer. When Chiron went Kazemi straight through the heart of the Aries sun, like 2 days ago, this is what it purged up. Your fear of being the Queen of Pentacles. I think you really feared God giving you this much because you're Sagittarius. You want to know why you feared that? God, you want me to birth the next Messiah? You want me to build the next 100-year brand? Sagittarius is like, oh my God, I just wanted to, like, eat a hot chip and go, like, to the pool. Like, Sag, that's what I'm saying. You're like the CEO that's like, should we, like, hang out? Or, like, I don't know, I just want to make some Should we eat some like Rice Krispie treats or something? You're so like, and that's why you inherited, Sag. You are the meek person that has inherited the entire earth. This is a lot of money. This is a lot. And I feel like it was your worst fear, but I feel like the sun made you face your fear. Because I think for a long time, you didn't know why you were chosen. Why did this choose me? And I think your partner, the things that partner with you were always so fishy and shaky, and they were going through their little shady ass, shadow integration. So they always really reverberated this like wound with you that like making you feel like you need to work for your place in my castle. So they kind of made you feel chronically like really wounded. But then you know what Sagittarius does when they feel really insecure? They start really attacking. They do the fire sign thing. They like really work on the insecurity. And so I think you actually became it. Maybe once upon a time you weren't a Queen of Pentacles, like you didn't have it all together. Maybe they were right about their critiques of you. It's like, I don't think you're someone who's capable of handling how big it could get. You don't get it. You don't know how to. And then you went somewhere and did it. And now you faced your fear. You walked into the heart of your fear. You said, though I'm scared shitless, I will walk forward. And girl, that's why you inherit New Earth. What, Sag? Jeez, dude, this is so awesome for you. You deserve this. You deserve this. This is a real underdog story. This is someone who's fearless. This isn't someone who it's like it was just written that you had to have there, that this was going to come. I think you made a possibility where there maybe wasn't one. Where whatever you have right now, whether it's something you created that you have that you feel so special about, you would lay your life down for it, because it's like people don't even understand. I actually only made this because I was facing my fears. I wasn't even trying to be the it girl or the it guy or the big shot. Even if that's what the public perception is, you actually were just like really scared of a lot of things in your life. And you didn't even think it was possible to be this person, and that is why you are that person. And it's like, holy shit, Sagittarius. It's like how I feel about my mother. Like, if I could tell her, I'm like, God, you don't understand, dude. Like, she did not think at all she could do any of the things that she has right now. And she really just like chose to be there for me and my brother because it was her duty, it was her karma, it was on her conscience to show up because she knew God would deal with her, and she just faced it. She didn't have a plan for motherhood. Our shit was not linear. But just facing her fears and being fearless, me and my brother ended up being who we are now. And everyone knows me and Sherman as like rowdy motherfuckers who fight for freedom. And it's because we watched our mother not be scared of fucking anything. She wasn't scared of anything, dude. And Sagittarius, whatever you build, just know it's so important to me that you keep living the way that you do, because there are children on this planet that need you. They need to know that there are people who aren't scared. They aren't too scared to look at their fear, to look at their unworthiness, to look at why they don't deserve it. None of us deserve any of this stuff. You know that. People look at you and think you're trying to have some humble bit, but you're literally like, no, that's a fact of life. Sagittarius has seen enough people, has been around enough stuff, has seen life and death, and can tell you, no one's that special, no one's that cool, no one's that interesting. Life is just like who's for you. Like, anytime you see like a friend group, or anytime you see like someone, a famous person or something, like the only reason, it's not that they're better than anyone else. They may be like with a lot of people that are really aligned for them, so they can express a lot of life, but it's really, life is just X's and O's, and it's about finding what's for you. And when you find what's for you, it can look like fucking a movie reel playing back or something, but the truth is, it's not just because there's some perfect person out there. Like, anybody that you look up to is just like fucking cosmic intelligence. No, it's not how it goes. And so it's you're just a real humanitarian. Wow. Dude. Wow, Sagittarius. Good for you. You are coming out and you are letting people know, because you had a very big spiritual awakening. You know that you're a temperance angel. You know you are an earth angel. So you The only hard part about the Aries new moon about this time right now is like however much you're holding on to the cracks in the foundation of trying to live a life acting like you were a celestial being walking around, acting like you're just an ordinary girl or guy when you've never been that. And you finally have put an end to that. You don't even care anymore. You're like, in fact, it's not even about caring. It's like, I have to let this truth come down now that I am a walking metaphysical phenomena. And that's why I'm so favored. It's not some shit you're going to see every day. It's not. The call that's on Sagittarius' life is favor. Spiritual favor. Yes. And that's why you keep living. Because I think the things around you are about to face like 10 of swords, straight up. All the things that aren't celestial god matter, they die now, you know? You're gonna live forever. You're gonna live forever. You so deserve that. Because the funny thing is people are looking at you for what you've built right now, what you have right now. But you didn't even get to think of, like, even if your business is doing amazing or whatever, that's not where your focus is. Your focus is on how many fucking fears you've been having to body back to back. It's been merciless enemies. It has not been a proper vibe. It hasn't been like a fun vibe. It's not like you're getting it's like, I don't feel like you've been feeling like you're getting like all these fruits. I don't think you're in that like cis white hetero man like privilege where it's like, oh, I just get time to ideate and think about a great business. No great business came about from just getting to sit down and think about what business should we make. No, you don't get to HEB by just being like, should we make a grocery store? No, it comes from like blood curdling, toiling the land, fucking tragedy, trauma. Comes from all that. Comes from 10 swords. Comes from the heavy weight in your back. You know what I mean? Type of shit. So, Saggies, I'm so glad that you let me do my little best friend cry with you because I'm so proud of you. This is so awesome. This is so, you are so awesome. You are just a really great human being. You're a really great human being. You are. You've always been a really great human being. I've always said that. Don't know about you other girls. But you've always been a really great human being. And you so deserve this. And you so deserve to have real friends in your corner who understand your spiritual truth. I'm really excited for you, Sag. I also see that you're going to have because you're getting rid of all the things that are spiritual initiators, so they're not like things that are supposed to walk with your new truth. They were the things that got you to it. Love them, let them go in love and light. There doesn't have to be beef, but it is just like, you were the thing that got me here. I'm here now, though. And I got here because I had to ascend you in order to get here. So it's not like someone's responsible for you, but it's like all those initiators, they were initiators. But you need to believe that there are people who aren't going to initiate. This new cycle of lovers is not here to initiate you. They're here to live with you. They're here to walk with you. They're here to do what we're doing right now, which is just be like, big love. So I love you guys so deeply. I'm so excited for our future where we are all able to come together and really be like supporting and celebrating and just like be best friends. Because like, again, like Sagittarius, like, you know what it is. Don't play. We're just exactly the same. We're like bohemian sisters. You know what I mean? We're like, I need Google to stop with these fucking random ass fucking pop culture fucking alerts. Why am I getting those? Never gotten those until I got this fucking new iPhone. Anyways. So, love you, Sag. You so deserve all the good things. I hope you have the best rest of your weekend and the best rest of April. This has been so much fun to record into history. So, be blessed. Bye.